back deep for Seattle. And we are underway in week 2 of the preseason. This is White. And he's taken down at the 20-yard line. Drew Lock leads the Seahawks offense onto the field in his 8th NFL season.
And Drew Lock, he's had some success in the NFL, and what I really like is he understands his role. He understands that Sam Darnold is the guy, but when I step in, I need to be equally as productive as Sam Darnold, make some of the plays, but we know that it's going to revolve around this run game. So let's take a look at what happens in the run game and then the play action off of it.
There's DeCartier Wright as the Seahawks start from the 21, and Wright gains 4 on first down.
And take a look at last year's offensive ranks, points per game, 3rd, top 10 in pass yards a game, and then rush yards a game. And there's Jackson Smith-Njigba, the reigning offensive player of the year. But when you look at the offense, you understand that if you can get the run game going, a guy like Jackson Smith-Njigba, he's going to win all the one-on-one battles.
Lock throws on 2nd down, and it's complete. It's Cody White. The Seahawks move the chains, pick up a first down out to the 33.
Yeah, and to expand on what I was referencing with Jackson Smith-Njigba, as soon as you can establish the run game, it forces the defenses to now bring that extra man in the box. And when you do that, Sam Darnold, he's been really good in the play action, understanding when he's going to get the one-on-ones outside of Jackson Smith-Njigba. That's when you get the production, and it throws that defense out of whack.
On first down, this is Wright up the middle. Gain of 3 out to the 36.
See already that they want to establish that inside running game. And I really like that because it's the old school smash mouth. You're starting to see a lot of teams get back to it. You know, about 3-4 years ago, we were talking about the spread offense, and they were going quick, and they talked about basketball on grass, and now you're bringing it back to this old school ground and pound, and then you open up the pass game from there.
Lock swings it out. This is Velus Jones. There is a flag. Played by our referee tonight.
Here's the contact. Defense number 38. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And that's Tony Adams coming out of the game now. Oh, nope, going back in. There's Robert Saleh, head coach, and really liked our interview with him. Really enjoyed it. Right? He seemed like a guy that learned from that first head coaching experience with the Jets. Now he's bringing some of that over. Brought Brian Dable, offensive coordinator.
This is Jones out of the backfield. You talk about the Seahawks run game. Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker now in Kansas City. Zach Charbonnet scored 12 touchdowns last season, working his way back from injury.
Yep. Yeah, you see those guys, and we'll talk about that run game. And Robert Saleh, just want to go back because he's actually going to be calling the defensive plays this season. He's not doing it right now. Gus Bradley, defensive coordinator, is calling those plays. But he said he wants to feel connected again to the players, going again that scheme and understanding what it feels like and put on the pressure points for the defense.
Velus Jones once again on 2nd and 5. Stopped a yard shy of the marker.
Yeah, Kenny, you mentioned the running game. They're missing Zach Charbonnet, but they have been very impressed with Jadarian Price. Jadarian Price is a rookie out of Notre Dame. They've been impressed in the run game, but also he's been very special in the passing game as well. Sam Darnold believes he's going to be a threat on creating these one-on-one mismatches with defensive ends, with linebackers and safeties in the passing game, and that's only going to open it up for Jackson Smith-Njigba on the offense.
He was impressed in practice, did not play last week. We do not expect to see Price tonight. Elijah Arroyo, second-year tight end from your alma mater. University of Miami picks up a first.
Yeah, so we're going to watch him go in motion, and it's pretty easy when you look at the defense, and they're right now trying to play man. Linebacker has to go through the coverage, can't get there, and then Arroyo's just going to race down the sideline for a first down. Nice gain, and it's really nice looking offensive drive right now for the Seattle Seahawks.
Injured Seahawk offensive lineman Mason Richmond.
A field that this team has called home since 1999. A beautiful aerial shot there. Welcome back to NFL on Fox, and welcome to Nashville, everybody. I'm Carissa Thompson alongside my buddy Julian Edelman, Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, and Megan O'Leary will be on the call in just a few minutes. But Jules, football is back. We're so excited.
I mean, look, we got the team running out right now. Football is back, but more importantly, football's back on Fox. Let's go!
Let's go. I'll tell you who is fired up. Seattle's Mike McDonald, because he led his team on that improbable run in closure areas, because much to the dismay of my friend over here, it was against the Patriots. But the Seattle Seahawks have once again hoisted the Lombardi Trophy. Guys, to win back-to-back Super Bowls, can they do it?
They definitely have a shot, and you got to take a second and look at what John Schneider has built. They got 20 and 22 guys coming back. They lose Kenneth Walker in free agency. They pick up Price, and we did these production meetings with all the players, all the coaches on both sides. Everyone talked about how big of an impact Price is going to have. So they definitely have a shot.
Yeah, if you've watched any of the Hard Knocks, you know that they're high on this guy. All right. We turn our attention now to the Titans sideline and looking at Cam Ward in his second year, his sophomore season. What expectations do you have for him?
I expect to see him improve. Saleh has a great plan in place, and then also having Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll developed Josh Allen, got a win with Daniel Jones in New York. He knows quarterbacks, been around Tom Brady a bunch. I expect him to improve his game, but you also got to manage your expectation going into year 2 with a new system, new system in place. So I expect to see an improvement, but you got to manage your expectations.
Titans spent the most money in free agencies, went out and got Wan'Dale Robinson, got Tate in the draft, so looking to improve there, but they got to protect that quarterback. He was the most sacked quarterback in the league last year. All right, kickoff is just around the corner. Kenny, Jonathan, and Megan are ready to take us through this one. Enjoy it. We will see you guys at halftime.
Thanks so much for joining us. Season 33 of the NFL on Fox. Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, Megan O'Leary. It was 6.5 months ago the Seahawks raised the Lombardi Trophy. What impressed you the most about Seattle's run to the title?
You know, it was really the GM, John Schneider, and the way that he was an independent thinker and going out and seeking the best fit at head coach, which is Mike McDonald. Usually the teams are looking for that offensive mind to get points on the board. Instead, John Schneider goes with Mike McDonald, who did a fantastic job in Baltimore, comes over, has a defense. He says, I'm going to set the tone with the defense led by Leonard Williams, and then we'll get a Sam Darnold. We'll get that offense going, right? Run game, Sam Darnold plays well, but I really like the fact that John Schneider, he's done it now not once, but twice, knows how to build a team, knows what it takes to create a culture, and Mike McDonald is his guy.
Winning the Super Bowl in McDonald's second season as Seahawks head coach here in Nashville. A lot of optimism. A new head coach, Robert Saleh, a couple of new coordinators, and the Titans, who won only 3 games last year. Cam Ward started all 17 games as a rookie, and some new faces on the defensive side.
Yeah, but let's not forget Jeff Simmons. He is the guy on defense, highest paid defensive tackle, and he told us he wants to get back to where they were. And 8 years ago, his rookie year, they were in the AFC Championship game. So he's seen what it's like to have good players, hardworking guys. It wasn't there last year. Now that it's there, they have brought in the free agents. They spent the money. Cam Ward in his second year. I know that they're very excited. Jeff Simmons, very excited to see where they go this year.
Before we get started, let's head down to the field. Check in with Megan.
Well, thank you so much, Kenny. As you guys just mentioned, there has been a world of change for this Titans team, particularly when it comes to the coaching staff and the way they see the game. Because there's so much new to adjust to, head coach Robert Saleh wants to see his starters play today, even if it's just for a bit. He said because it's the preseason, they're afforded the ability to ignore the result. Instead, he wants to see effective communication and execution. And when it comes to quarterback Cam Ward, he wants to see him making the right decisions, going through the progressions, and making the right reads. Ultimately, he said it comes down to operation, and as he put it, if they can do that, Kenny, they can do anything.